guys, I've been kind of dead on here, and that's because, well, I feel kind of dead. It's been rough, and there are a lot of updates I need to give you guys, but I thought I'd just update you on this last couple of days in particular. I don't really feel good enough to write it out, but I thought this video might be the easiest way to do it. So it all started on Wednesday, and I woke up with just this awful migraine. It was like in my head, it went down my spine, and my left arm was really tingly. And I'm just like, I hope everything's okay with like the brain cyst, because having the pain go down my spine is something new. The pain was really similar to the headaches that you can get after a spinal tap, but no one has like shoved a needle in my spine for years. So I called my neurology clinic, and my neurology clinic told me to go to the ER. So I went over there, and gratefully I was super blessed. And one of my favorite doctors was there who knows my case really, really well. And one of my favorite nurses was there who's known me since like forever. And that was such a blessing because I was there for about 5 hours because we just couldn't get the pain under control. And then, like, halfway in the appointment, my left leg started getting weaker. And, like, from the ankle down, I started having a really hard time lifting it. So, we did a brain CT without contrast to make sure the lesions on my brain were bleeding. And then we did a brain MRI without contrast, and all of those looked pretty normal. So they just sent me. So after a plethora of meds we have tried beforehand that have worked before that hadn't done anything this time, we did the rest of a dilaudid dose and a whole bag of IV steroids. With that, I was able to just like get home, and the pain never got good enough where I could sleep, but I got good enough where I didn't feel like I was dying. And then the pain just continued to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse throughout the night. I ended up going back to the ER, and my poor doctor was still on call. I wish I brought him like a Dr. Pepper or something, but we just couldn't figure out where this pain was stemming from. So, just so I could get some sleep and not be suffering so much, he gave me some Dilaudid and some Benadryl, and I just went back home and tried to sleep it off. I woke up the next day and my head was still killing, my spine was still killing. Sitting up just made the pain so much worse. There's so much pressure, but the nausea was better. I could actually eat food, and I could actually tolerate light, and I was better with sound. And it was to the point where I could manage it at home with medication I already had. So I just slept most of the day yesterday, except I kept on waking up with these horrendous hot and cold chills. Like I go from shivering to sweating to shivering to sweating. And I swear I literally only got up to eat, but the pressure in my head and spine just to sit up and eat food, horrible. It's still really bad. And then last night, the numbness in my left leg was just from my ankle down in the ER. And last night I started going from my knee down. And I'm like, crap. As you guys know, I had lost function pretty much in my whole left leg when I was in the ICU in October of like 24 due to like seizures. But I didn't have a seizure that I knew of, so I didn't know why this was happening. But I was watching the leg and nothing was like continuing to progress. So I just made the plan to call my primary care in the morning, get it checked out, and like just go from there. But I called in the morning, and my primary care wasn't available for appointments. So I just got to keep a really close eye on it, drink a lot, rest a lot, and if anything gets worse, head your butt back to the ER. I have an ENT appointment next week, which I've never really seen one of those before. And I have my solar shot. My primary care is gonna be out of town. I'm in touch with my neurology team, so I guess if anything changes, do. You know what I mean? Like, choosing to be miserable just adds more misery, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope you can understand any of this with my voice. And not to say that I'm not scared of the situation, because especially with the leg thing, like, I've cried. I'm scared, I'm frustrated, but I'm just trying to be positive. But if any of you have